You know, there's a lot of superstitions in Godfell, in Sunburst Falls, about going into the Duende Forest, going into the Lethmal Mountains. You know, you don't go in to the forest without food in your pockets. You don't turn back if something is following you. You just walk straight into town. But I think after this, they're gonna need to start coming up with some superstitions regarding the train, because things are not. You know, you would think, as proud of their whole industry as the WUM Railway is, they would be taking greater pains to make sure scary things don't happen. Someone should write a letter to the manager. Send a telegram. Send a message. Ooh, we haven't talked about those in a minute. Give it time. And in the meantime, we'll just go check in on Tobi and Heidi and Courier, because I'm sure that they're having a much better time than whatever's happening on this fucking train. Ah, don't worry, they'll all survive. I hope. These, the worst of times.
After several days traveling through the Duende Forest and several nights surviving the Duende Forest, things have gotten a little more comfortable. At the very least, things are a little less strange and unfamiliar during travel. The Gavrotter is a unsettling scene that most of you have at least gotten a little more comfortable with, having named her. But it is still a little jarring every time the climbing wagon comes to a sudden halt and you hear the and hold your breath until she decides it's safe to go. As the sun starts to set and you all start looking for a place to camp, you hear that again, but she hasn't stopped climbing this time. And you look forward ahead to see what she sees, and you see a break in the trees, and as the sun is starting to go down and it's getting very dark for some of you, you can see off in the distance, between all the arbors, what looks like a flickering candlelight.
More campers up ahead, huh?
Well,
we don't really know who they are, so let's just slow down a little bit and try to go as slowly as we can. Just to not make any sound.
You're in a wagon that does this as it climbs through the mountains. So, okay, you pull on the reins, encouraging your mount to
Climber neck.
climb her neck and her massive hind legs.
I think it's polar neck.
Oh, it was polar. You're right.
She
Polar
does a
neck.
lot of climbing, then I guess it could change.
True.
Starts to tread almost, and there's a moment where she turns back at you with her forward-facing eyes. Goes, and the wagon goes. And slowly, that flicker of a candlelight becomes flicker of a lantern light, which becomes the flicker of a light in a window.
People live out here?
And actually, as Polar Knack continues to move forward, and you see a little more wooden frame, a railing, porch under the railing,
Were we
and
not
a front door. Were you not what?
Were we not encountering the next town?
When we're still next to like the railway
I mean, it's,
inside.
close by,
Okay.
but the railway does go through the next town.
Okay. What was your question?
Can I look around? Like, do I see anything that tells me, is this Bristol?
Give me a perception check.
Oops. 9.
9? You see, especially now that you're looking for it, there's a bridge. Oh, sorry, now that you're looking for it, you see a house, a full house. And from the door and the patio, it looks like what you see, because there's no clearing. The house is just in the mountains, amongst the trees. But suspended, rather than just dropping down the cliffside, you see a rope bridge going from that patio, and you follow it, and you see it goes to another house. One darker, so no lights on, so you didn't see it at first. But then from there, another rope bridge that goes up and into the mountains further. And then it's hard to see all of them because the trees are so dense. But rope planks up top, you see in the distance what looks like maybe a sign with an arrow pointing a certain direction, but it's too far to read. Little snippets that suggest this is more than just one cabin in the woods.
As Courier looks around, are they able to see any movement other than the flicker of that one lantern?
You can also give me a perception check.
Can I also?
Are you looking for anything specific or just seeing what we see?
Just seeing what we see.
Okay.
16.
16?
Specifically, Courier is looking for movement.
It's not a lot of movement. It's pretty quiet. There's someone on a bridge a good 120 yards from you. So you can see like a person in the trees crossing a bridge. But aside from that lantern in the window, that's the only sign of life that you see out here.
They don't seem hurried, they're just walking along.
Looks like it. Someone just moving from one place to the next. Toby?
I got a 6.
Anything specific you're looking
Just looking around.
No. Because the house that you do see, you realize is painted the same colors as the mountain around it.
Oh.
and you think maybe this place isn't really supposed to be super obvious.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And Puller's just like still slowly walking around.
That's what you told them to do.
Okay. Can I try to like talk to Puller and be like, how you feeling? How you feeling, girl?
Sure.
Okay. Probably wouldn't say it like that.
Give me an animal. Give me an animal handling check.
Okay. Uh, 12.
Oh, did you get a new die?
I got it for my birthday.
That's so cool.
Thank you.
It's covered in
So
cats.
cute.
It is
adorable.
Yeah.
That's very like I see everyone's dice and I'm like I've never seen that before.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? A 10.
12.
12?
Mm-hmm.
How do you say it?
I just kind of look at her and it's like, is everything okay?
She's walking forward,
Mhm.
not looking at you necessarily, watching where she's going. And you there's a moment where she's like just does not respond to you because
I feel like since we have that such like
give me a
such
history check
deep bond. Okay. Whatever you say.
or nature.
Mm-hmm.
You got this.
6.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on.
That is not completely out of turn.
Mhm.
Trying to talk to the Gavrotter because there's like tall tales of people hearing Gavrotter speak to them.
Mm-hmm. I wish she can speak to me. Damn.
She's just heading off towards the light
Mhm.
at a very slow.
Colonel,
Mhm.
is this town gonna be friendly? Can you get us a room or something? Do they like the military? What are we doing?
And I like take in that that house is painted like it's not supposed to be seen, and I'm like, well, I have a feeling they don't really want to be bothered, but let's just keep going to see how we feel.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if they could give us a place to sleep tonight,
Yeah.
that'd be nice.
That would be nice.
Courier's going to let the conversation go on as they look around for any amount of signage.
With the 16-year-old earlier, and just slowly climbs past the house with the light on it. You can see as you start to get more into it that, oh, these are really well hidden. Because now that you're looking for them, you can see a house there, and a house there, and a house there, and all of them painted so that without the candlelight and everything, or without any light sources, you wouldn't notice them if it weren't for the rope bridges that you're able to follow to see from house. And you start to realize, given that everything is so steep, it would be near impossible. It's not like Sunburst Falls. It's definitely not like Jandu, where there are roads and things that have like flat land you can walk along. Bristol is built into a mountainside. It just goes up and down in steep, sharp angles and trees. And so they've clearly figured out a way around that by building these rope bridges that just go across the entire side of the mountain. Pullernack has no trouble pulling you guys along as you enter into a very quiet, very dark town as the sun is slowly going down. Sorry, as the sun is slowly going out. And you don't... so it's not completely dark, but you don't see anyone like really around, except for that one person on the bridge. But it's getting more dense. You're seeing more and more houses, more buildings, and finally you do see a sign. You see one that says General Store, and it's pointing along a bridge. You see one that says Town Center, and it's pointing down another rope bridge. You see one that says Pullman and Rot, and it's pointing across a third rope bridge. The further you go, the denser this gets, and you realize that this, while initially painted to be hidden, is in fact a town. It's, full of people. It's not a small village. It's a full town, and there's enough rope bridges here for everyone to get where they need to go with ease.
What?
As you guys under them all, just following the mountain.
I can't see them. I rolled a 6.
You can see them once I pointed them out to you.
Okay,
You didn't notice them.
Oh, okay. I thought all of this information that you gave us not for me.
No. You just don't notice it at first.
Okay.
But as you continue on, everything becomes far more clear.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just at first. Because once you're going under them, you're like, oh, all of these bridges go to houses and like what looks like maybe storefronts. They're just hard to see at first because they're painted to look like that. But once you know what you're looking for, you're like, oh, wow. Especially as Puller Knack pulls your climbing wagon under the town of Bristol, effectively.
Okay. I'm just like looking around, and I kind of stop Puller Knack for a second, and I'm like, okay, just give me 1 second. And then I like go inside of my bag and pull out my map and just like quickly just draw everything that I see like above, so I can like figure out what to do.
How do you react to danger? Flight, or freeze?
Flight.
Fight.
Fight.
A bush leaps up off the ground, pulls out what looks like an axe, and goes to swing it at you.
First impulse, I take my cane that my dad got me, and I just kind of block the stick or whatever it was.
Axe. That's an axe coming down.
God damn.
What do you two do?
I'm gonna run.
Okay.
Just a little bit away. Just, into the shadows.
Just off.
Disappear into the shadows.
And you as well, Courier?
I am rounding behind it, whatever this thing is.
Okay.
This bush.
Heidi leaps off the wagon. Courier as well, just skirting back behind the bush as the axe comes down a good 3 inches away from your cane and just leveled at you. And you realize that this bush, as you look at it, you see it has arms and legs and a face, and slowly realize that this is someone's like camouflage that they've got, is like they've like sewn leaves to something, like some sort of old-fashioned ghillie suit. And he stops you, and as you see like a tall furbolg man in leaves holds an axe and goes, all right, what's your business here?
There's a knife to his throat.
Give me a dexterity check. I'll even let you roll it as an attack if you want.
I'm not intending on actually drawing, but I am intending on keeping him there because he attacked us.
I understand. But I'm saying you can use an attack roll if you
Alright.
want.
That's so cute. You said us.
That is a non-natural 20.
Incredible. Yeah, the knife, you see leaves as a knife cuts them from the suit. And he goes, and he suddenly goes from very haughty to, just what you doing? What, tell me why you're here.
We're passing through town, and if you would like to continue this very polite interaction, you'll point us towards an inn.
Give me an intimidation check with advantage.
Oh, so good.
15? No, 14.
14.
I can count.
I can't see you. What do you look? What do they look like?
Put the axe down and I'll tell you.
Immediately drops the axe.
Could I catch it with my offhand? Or try to?
You can try. Give me a dex save.
Alright. Because if we're trying to be quiet, I don't want this guy giving away our position.
Oh, that's
okay.
fair. So smart.
Hold on. 18 and then...
Doesn't matter your mod. So smooth.
Yeah.
Knife here. catches the axe. He's
Now.
That's a very good roll.
Right.
Yeah, he just points. If you take that bridge, the one up top, like there, you see the rope ladder. You take it up to the bridge, and then you just follow that bridge. Go up, and you'll take it to the green bridge. And if you take the green bridge all the way to Fall Bridge, Fall Bridge goes down the hill, and then Fall Bridge ends at one of our local inns.
Too many steps to get in the cart.
And so I pull out my map again, or I guess I lean down and grab it because I feel like it probably dropped. And I'm like, can you say that again?
Into the cart.
I can't move. You have a knife to my throat.
She's gonna just knee his butt,
Ah.
encouraging him to go into the
And
cart.
I think I'm gonna hop out from where I was hiding. I'm gonna grab him by the scruff of the neck and also yank him up inside. Hey there!
Between the three of you, he's in. He is so much taller than both of you. Koa full on has to do this to get the knife up, but it's effective, and he like up into the guard. All right, and he's the wagon is awkward for three people. Once he's in it, his long legs are like up as tall as like once he's sitting, his knees are at Heidi's eye level. He's just like, oh, you go that way.
Okay.
Courier is going to grab the back of the wagon and kind of like hang off of it and swing over and hand him back his axe.
Thank you. And he finally takes the time to like look at you and look at you and look at you a little. You just keep going that way.
Okay.
Yeah. Y'all, all right. Y'all can forgive me for the enthusiasm. I don't know if y'all heard, but there was a town down the way that was attacked by the Black and Greens.
And then I visibly like kind of shift a little bit.
It was we've all been put on high alert. They took out the Pullman and Rot factory there, and
No way.
yeah, and we were told they were heading potentially this direction, so we're on
Whoa.
eyes.
I pulled the reins on Fuller neck, and I like kind of jerk it so that he can stop talking and keep going. Yep.
And then you continue on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
At a normal pace.
You stop and then start again, and Puller Nat goes.
It's like, sorry, girl.
The inn is a much larger building that looks kind of surprisingly, given how the rest of it is, built up around two trees. The trees look like they have been in a large, like open, wide patio, where it looks as if the back end of the inn sits in the mountain or on the hillside, and the two trees in front of it are used as braces to hold up the front. And there is, it looks like actually a small stable of sorts at the bottom. He goes, this is the chimney fire. So if you, if y'all are planning on staying in town, this would be the place to do it. Are y'all staying long?
We'll probably stay for maybe a day or two.
Just passing through. Maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
A night if possible.
Okay. Just trying to recoup.
That's right. Just I didn't get where y'all are from.
Around.
Give me a
God damn it.
persuasion or intimidation check.
I'll be getting persuasion. I'm
Okay.
not trying to intimidate
All right.
him right now.
We're gonna roll different dice today.
Yay! Nat 20.
Whoa!
Oh,
Yeah.
and he rolled well.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is it?
No, well.
He rolled a 14.
Well.
That's,
yeah, no,
so he, yeah.
While this is happening, does he have a bag or anything with him?
You're so
he has
cozy. I love
pockets.
it.
Cool. Can I see if I can?
Give me a sleight of hand check.
I love both of you guys.
That's a non-natural 20.
Damn, he rolled well again, and not that well. Yeah. Like he's got as you're like searching through the leaves that have been sewn onto his coat while he's focusing on you, you're able to pull out a quarter, 6 coppers.
Am I seeing this?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
You have to beat a dirty 20. Oh, no, what was it?
Yeah, dirty.
Yeah,
20.
dirty
20.
20.
You have to be a dirty 20.
Well, damn. Perception, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
12.
You do not. You also find a pocket knife
Nice. Can always use another.
and a small canvas bag about yay big.
Great. I take them all.
And he's like,
I'll put one of the coppers back.
okay.
Oh, you're so generous.
He's just checking it. It's my diligence. I'm
Yeah.
part of the local militia. So.
Yeah. What's your name?
My Corey.
Corey?
Yeah.
Corey what?
Green.
Corey Green.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
I'm Colonel Maddie.
Colonel.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you understand Blackwood.
Yeah.
One soldier to another.
I've seen a black and green. So I understand the high alert, and I do acknowledge the diligence that you have chosen to take, but
That's mighty kind of you.
yeah, you might have to train a little bit more
He
against my
holds up the axe. I understand. We are a rough patch sort of group. I'm sorry. I'm a tailor. I'm not actually this. This is a militia, so we're just doing our best to keep our town safe. I'm gonna go back to my station.
I put another one of the coppers back.
It's like-
Just one more.
so I appreciate it. And he just doesn't have to even hop. Just one long leg after the next climbs out and just pulls his hood back up, his leafy sewn on, and just
Corey, thank you for your service.
my pleasure. And he leaves feeling a little better about this interaction than he did when he got into the wagon. Sunburst Falls is a small town that is it's a very lively town. It's pretty dense for its size. And so any point traveling through it during the day, you can see people all throughout, walking from work to home to shop. When you entered Bristol for the first time, it was similar. Everything was a lot more vertical, a lot more mountainous. There were rope bridges and rope walkways, but it was still a very dense town where you could see everyone, all the townspeople were there, going to and from. As you pull into Sweetgum, a low-hanging fog filling the streets that you can see through the windows of the train, but what you don't see is a single person in town.
Maybe they've just all gone to bed.
We just had breakfast.
Well, some people sleep during the night, I guess.
What's the time of day?
It is mid-morning. Definitely late enough in the day that people should be out and about. You can see, peering through the window, and looking all the way down to the front of the train, as close to it as you can see, it's a long train, that you are not anywhere near the train station.
Are we stopped?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this.
I don't think we're getting off this train.
I think we need to get off this train.
Do you want to go hike up to the station?
I don't want to protect him.
That's not an answer, River. Do you want to go hike up to the station? We can go hike up to the station.
I don't know, I guess.
Where's that wizard guy?
No idea. Let's go find let's go talk to Archer. Archer always knows what's going on.
Okay. As long as we have some kind of person there to, help us. We could get John, we could get Willie. That's who. Yeah. He hasn't been around for long. You sure he's okay?
I don't know. Let's go find Archer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to get off the train yet, but we're trying to figure out. There's something on the tracks. We're going to take it from there for a show.
We need to go find Faedan.
Yeah, we need to find Faedan.
Yeah.
Let's figure out what that
We
said.
go find Faedan.
We turn around. Head back to the cart.
So I'm walking up to the table with like 3 plates of like croissants, and I'm just like,
there's something on the tracks. I don't know. We should get going in a minute.
Thanks.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard that or not.
No, I wasn't even gonna try. But they serve croissants now. They were saving it.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Cool.
I got us like a bunch.
Cool.
For everybody.
Yeah.
There you go. Uncle Moby.
Should we be worried?
About what?
Did you look out the window?
It just looks foggy.
Yeah, but we're not at the train station and we've stopped.
I mean, I assume this happens sometimes.
I'm nervous because we were attacked by a cloud.
Yeah, but it was a dark cloud. This one's a
light
white
cloud.
mist, like it's a fog.
It's a fog.
Not the same thing.
No.
As in you're not worried. I know smoke and fog are not the same thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
But okay, if you're not worried about it.
I'm not really worried.
All right.
I haven't seen anything to worry me. I'm worried more about maybe something happened in that town and this is a remnant of it. I don't think it's coming after us, but
Well, I'm not planning on getting off the train right now. You know, we got off last time because we needed some medical attention, but just wait. The train will to take things off the tracks and then we'll keep going.
yeah.
Faedan.
Yes.
And Faena and River have made it by this point. Faedan, what did they say on the speaker?
There's something on the tracks and we should be able to get going in a minute.
Ooh, fun bread.
So we can't get off the train?
Not yet. We're not at the station, so I don't think they're gonna let anybody. I mean, we could try if we have to. I don't think we need to for any reason.
No, we should get off.
Well, I'm feeling
no,
a little
we're not
bit.
gonna get off the train.
I don't know. I've been feeling that some of these fumes. I would just. Love
We really
have
need
a
to get off the
moment
train.
outside.
Yeah, just for like a little bit.
Yeah, I would love to. If we could just take a walk. It's too much.
Well, they're
smoke.
not gonna know that we got off, and the train's gonna leave without us when they fix the track.
Well, there's something blocking the track, right?
Is there?
Yeah.
Maybe we could go see what's blocking the track.
Why are we gonna do that?
I feel like I've been on this train for a very, very long time, and I honestly, I know you might be used to being around all this smoke, but it's a lot for a country girl like me.
I could just open a window.
We can open multiple windows.
No,
Yeah.
but I need to see the trees. I need to be out with the trees. You don't understand. Please.
She is a tree person kind of thing. You know, she likes.
If Faena doesn't touch a tree every day, it's a problem.
I could also stretch my legs.
Yeah, we should go see what it is.
I feel like we shouldn't.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to do
as the
anything
responsible party here. I don't think we should, but
At
we
least
can
to hide.
we can go towards the front of the train and see if there's anybody getting off that we could follow
I don't
them.
like that direction very
for-
much.
Well, we need to go see what's at the front of the train.
Is there an attendant around?
You can grab one.
Yeah.
The train employees are constantly walking the train.
Just gonna like wave one down.
Yeah. He stops. A orcish-looking man, very tight cornrows, just kept very neat. Stops and turns to you.
Hi. We're just gonna step off the train for a second to get some fresh air. Could you just let us know if the train is gonna move or anything? Like holler out.
Well, how far are you going to walk?
We're just gonna stay by the train.
Oh, of course, yeah, that's fine. We'll make sure. How many? Just like
Us.
we'll pull out a.
5?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll send out a boarding. So
Okay, great.
call just to make sure that if anyone who has stepped off, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, of course.
Okay, they know. So
I'm gonna grab Faena's hand and immediately head to get off the train.
Okay. Yeah. There's no outside door from the bar car, but if you like hop between the vestibules, you can just like jump off.
Yep, that's happening.
And just in your ear, Faena's gonna go, "You're welcome."
Yep, thank you. And I'm just gonna beeline it for away from the train, like perpendicular.
Oh,
here's some croissants. They're pretty good.
How far are we supposed to walk? Because they're going.
but
yeah.
River, where
Over here.
are you going? Just, can you?
Which direction are you going?
What's on either side of the train?
Town. Woods.
Woods.
Woods. If I have Faena, I'm going to the woods.
Oh, we're going to the front of the train. Where are you guys going?
Where is? Do you have
I
a
need to
plan?
touch a tree.
Stop. Just We need to. Can you wait? Can you wait
Yeah.
until we all go together?
Okay, as soon as I'm like far enough away that I,
How far is far enough away?
gosh, I don't know, maybe.
We've not gotten out of the car yet, I'm pretty sure.
Oh no, I booked it.
Yeah, no, River's gone.
I dragged you with me.
Oh, then we're, that
I'm-
is from a distance.
A
mean,
good,
I will say-
let's say 50 paces into the woods.
Got it. Okay. That's not super far, but it's far enough. Like, there's already lots of trees, and the woods are dense enough. You're already you can see River and Faena, but you're losing sight if they go much further.
River, stop.
Stopping.
Stop.
Going behind a tree so that, like, because I don't want the train to see me.
Pretty big trees.
Yeah.
River, what are you doing?
The train's gonna kill me, or be my friend. I don't know. I can't decide. Is it a nice train? I don't know. How do you know if a train is nice?
I'm sorry. What? This is the spirit that we were talking about earlier. The one that
The
you've made a
train
deal
is
with.
talking to me.
What?
Trains.
Assuming you caught up. The
Archer, maybe you
train's
go
talking to me.
see things
No,
in the front
no,
of the train.
no. I'm tired of being left out of the loop. What is going on with the train?
Well, River
Can
has
you hear
made
the
a deal
train
with the
talking
spirit.
to you?
No.
River has
Can
made
you
a-
hear the train talking to you?
No.
It's the train. It talks through the speaker thingies.
That's just the conductor.
No, it's not.
I know he sounds weird, but it's just the conductor.
No, because I can't understand when the
River
person
is
does the
talking
but
to the spirit of the train.
What does that
sinks
mean?
onto the ground,
What is it?
hand in
What
hand.
is the spirit saying to you?
The spirit wants to be friends or kill River. I'm
it
not
says
with
it's
her.
bored and wants to talk to me, but no one will talk to it anymore. And I don't know, because I want to be nice to the train, because if the train's nice, then that's great. But what if it's not nice? What if it's not nice?
I don't. Okay. But I don't think it was the train. I think someone else might be trying to communicate to you.
It wants me to meet them at the front, to go to the front of the train, and then it wouldn't let me go to the back of the train until I promised that I would come to the front of the train today.
Well, we're going to the front of the train.
We're gonna check out whatever is blocking the tracks.
So you won't be in the train, so the train can't trap you. You'll just be in front of the train, so you can talk to it face to face.
I don't want to talk to it anymore. That's the problem.
All of us will be there with you.
Okay.
It'll be okay.
Okay, but I don't want to talk about the train talking to me while I'm on the train, because I don't want the train to hear me talking about it, because that's just mean.
Okay.
That's a good point.
We're not on the train now.
Yeah.
What do you think it wants from you?
Well, it either wants me to be my friend, to be its friend, or it wants me to never leave or never not be its. It doesn't like people who aren't talking to it anymore, I don't think.
Talking to it anymore. What do you mean
Yeah.
by that?
It said something about somebody else won't talk to them anymore.
Who?
Lots of things have happened in the last couple days, okay?
Did they name a person, or did they just say like?
I think it was
Weren't
like
you talking about something
Jeremy
like that?
or something.
It was the Stoker man.
The Stoker
We
Man.
were talking about someone with a... Because we talked to the bartender.
I said the Stoker Man won't talk to it anymore.
Like the guy that
Snakes.
shovels in the.
I don't know, but I don't know anyone whose name is
like
Stoker.
Stoker with, like,
Stoke the
the person
fire.
who starts
Yeah,
the fire.
yeah.
Is there anyone manning this train?
I haven't gone to the front.
I assume so. I wasn't allowed to go that far up.
Maybe we should check.
Why are we gonna check?
Well, first of all, I'm touching trees, and Faena just starts touching a bunch of trees.
Okay, well clearly that was a lie.
I never lie.
That's okay.
And Faena just starts walking
River's just
forward,
chuckling on the
touching
ground.
trees, like-
Further into the woods.
No, towards the parallel to the train,
Towards the.
towards the front
that
of the train.
forward.
That forward.
Got it. You guys were facing the woods.
Sorry.
So-
yeah.
That's fair.
I'm
That's
keeping Uncle
an
Moby
important
on my side.
distinction.
Okay.
Got it.
Parallel, still touching a tree, but obvious, patting down all of the trees that she passes, just to be like,
Touching trees. I'm touching.
but also trying to go towards the front of the train.
There is a acrid smell to the air that gets worse the further up you go. And as you walk, I think all of you notice that thick, low-laying fog isn't going away. It's, ebbs and flows. However, it does not break. It is the sun that's rising higher does not seem to be burning it off.
Does this feel similar to the smoke that we... Like, does the fog feel similar to the smoke in that sense of, like, where it was, like, it had a current, it felt living kind of deal?
Give me a nature check.
With freaking disadvantage because I am poisoned. So 11 and a 7. Oops, I forgot what my nature is. Plus 1. 8.
No, it's pretty static. It's just hanging in the air like fog does. There's like a weird smell to it, but it's not a chemical smell. It smells more natural, but not pleasant. It's hard to put your finger on though.
Okay.
But it doesn't change. The fog is there.
More like exist than current.
Oh yeah. The fog's not blowing anywhere. It's just staying in place.
Does it move as we walk through it, like a current, or is it like?
I mean, you can walk through it.
Solid? No, I mean like sorry.
It's static.
But I mean like when you like walk through fog, it kind of moves around you. It does move. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a
acts
barrier.
Like normal fog.
It acts like normal fog, except that as the sun goes up, it's not going away.
So it doesn't act like normal.
Yeah.
Though, you lose track of whatever the smell in the fog is. That's kind of
weird,
earthy,
but weird.
No,
magical.
Rot.
Yeah.
Rot.
Like rot, that kind of like decay that is in the you can find in the woods.
Flesh. How fun.
I didn't say flesh.
Oh well,
I just
that's
said
what I said.
rot. No, trees
Tree
rot.
rot and
Like
plant rot.
fungus.
Kinda.
Okay.
Yeah, again, hard to pinpoint exactly, especially as the chemical, that burning smoke scent gets thicker and stronger and overpowers the rest of it.
Gotcha.
Anything else that you can smell until it's the only thing filling your nose as you go out. The smokestack is still putting out smoke as you reach the locomotive. You watch as the train, as you get closer to the front, you're losing definition, where the metal on the outside of the train has seared, melted, fused together in places, where what was once like very carefully carved edges has started to soften under heat and exposure to the anthracite smoke, until you reach like the full locomotive. It's warped and struggling smokestack, still putting out smoke. A window that looks like it has been chipped away as it like weakens and fuses together, and some people have had to like break the window back open so that the conductor, who you do see in there, is an orcish man with like a purplish gray skin and a thick burly white mustache, is like looking ahead, looks back, sees you, and just kind of like, hey everyone, can you please hold on? It's not safe to come up this far to the front of the train.
What's up? What's blocking the tracks?
And you look and you can see like a stack of what looks like dead livestock has been piled up on the train.
Oh no.
I love this band
There
of people.
are more people here. It's significantly. You started off clearly on the outskirts of a small town and now have reached what looks like a quiet town, but there are more fires in the windows. You can see a little more light. And there's over the course of it, you've seen like a dozen people crossing from from like house to house on the bridges. The inn does have a little bit of commotion from inside. You can hear. So, and like I said, a stable underneath where you could, feasibly keep Pullernack for the time being if you wanted to.
I just sort of put Polarnack on the side of the inn because I don't want to use their stable if we're not gonna stay. You know what I mean? I feel like that's rude.
Overnight?
You're waiting.
For overnight, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm like, all right, you want to stay here?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
What, you want to sleep in the woods again?
Absolutely not. And then so I kind of take charge and go inside, and I
Busy.
step in.
Surprisingly busy. Like outside it was pretty quiet, only a few people. In here, the bottom floor is a tavern of sorts, a bar, pub, inn, and you can see it's one floor, but you can see what looks like staircases. They go up and into hallways that are not above you, so it's a little confusing at first as to where those are going. But it does have a big sign that says the Chimney Fire or room and board. And so you walk in and see a lot of people. There is in the room a piano. It is out of tune. Someone is playing it. Looks like a little old man with stringly white hair. He's having a good time. No one else maybe. And
there's a curl to Courier's lip.
it's music of a sort. But
someone, yes.
Yeah, but most of them are talking loud enough that the piano we don't have to worry about it overwhelming them. There's probably a good 35, 40 people in here. It's almost all high top tables. And then a bar behind which you see a older woman, Furbolg as well. Her hair is white and cut very short. You can see as she's staying there wearing what looks like a flowery purple blouse with that is very clean, and an apron that is not. She sees you guys go enter and looks around, walks from behind the bar, goes to a high top table, and you see two people who you assume probably regulars with the familiarity that she has with them, shoos them away to another table, and they're kind of oh, fine. They grab their drinks and they head over to another table where some other probably locals are sitting, and they sit with them, and she's gestures for you to come have a seat.
Hiya, thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. You all, I don't recognize you all. You coming in from out of town?
Just passing through.
It's an interesting time to be doing that.
Sure.
Yeah, with what's going on.
Luckily, we've got a military escort, so we're not too worried.
I wondered. I saw the coat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's a pleasure to have you all here. Are you heading? I assume you're not. Are you? You're passing through. You said so. Not staying here. I just asked because we were warned about the black and greens coming through, but we didn't receive any official anything from the Hollow Chapel, and so I didn't know if they were going to send some soldiers down. Not yet. No one. We haven't seen anybody yet, so we just got kind of doing our own thing. I'm rambling. Y'all probably thirsty. I've been traveling for a while. Food, drinks, food.
You're an angel.
That's very kind of you.
Yeah.
And you're not from around here, I take it.
No.
Well, I hope we can make it feel like home.
Sure enough.
I'll bring y'all a round of beer.
Absolutely.
Is this another Furbolg?
Oh yeah.
So it's just
Yes, she's very tall.
the neck up.
Yeah, yeah. She stands probably a good 12, 14 inches taller than you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's not everyone here is a Furbolg, and she's kind of mastered the art of talking at shorter people's levels without looking like she's bending down to them. So she's like, I'll be back with 3 beers, and we don't have a lot of food options, but we've got sandwiches. Does that work out for everyone?
Yeah. Do you have any rooms available?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And what are the costs?
It's 3 copper a night.
And the food?
A copper for a sandwich, a copper for a beer. It's pretty rude, pretty
5
easy.
copper
We're a
per
small
person.
town. Yeah, you from Jondu?
We are.
Welcome to Godfell. What an interesting time can I'll get your beers first. I'll be right back. And she heads right off. Bustling. Yeah, the place is, not only is the place busy, the place is loud, and like these folks are enjoying themselves. This seems to be like the place for the town folk to be.
I sit down and I kind of try to like tune into what people are talking about.
Perception check. As Tobi sits down and does not pay attention to you two.
Yeah, sorry.
Not 20?
Not 20, baby.
Bless the cat die.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll get to that.
Okay.
What are you two doing?
I think I'm looking around, admiring all the food people have. I'm like, okay, this looks pretty good. And I'm just curious if I see like any other valuables.
Perception check.
Don't drool too hard. We're getting our own plates.
That's a 4.
Okay, Courier.
Don't drool too hard. We're getting our own plates.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of valuables in this small country town in the mountains. But it's you can eyeball some things that are valuable to the people living here. So there's there's like wedding rings. You see a lot of wooden jewelry, which maybe is just easy to fashion from the materials at hand, but that's a significant amount of that, which people from Jondu may not consider valuable, but people are wearing it here like it is. And you're hearing all manner of things. There is, there's a couple right next to you who are arguing, and you're hearing the main conversation from the table right next to you is, I didn't even talk to her. I just looked that way. I was like, I'm sick of hearing this every week. You're like listening along to some others, like just kind of like, okay, turn your head. And the bartender is loud enough that she's talking to people at the bar, at that table, hollering at people who, again, are clearly not from out of town, who she has rapport with. And at one point, you do hear, Michael Abernathy, if you drop another glass, I will remove you from this earth. So help the chapel. It's a lively place. The one thing that does catch your ear is you see two soldiers. Sorry, wrong term. The one thing that does catch your ear is you see two people who are dressed in a attire that is clearly meant to look like a uniform, but patched together from clothes they had around the house. They have, and you can see next to them, draped over an extra chair, are coats that have leaves stitched to them. And they're one of them, an older man with a thick handlebar mustache, also a furbolg, with like thick brown hair that he has like pulled back in a tight ponytail. He's probably in his like the equivalent of like middle age, maybe a little past, is talking to a younger man who looks humanish. He's got some features that there's some mixed ancestry there, but he's full on. The older man's turning to him and goes like, I don't care if you walked it already. You're gonna walk it again. What happens if you decide not to walk it, and then like come the morning time, we find out that Dustbell's family was all murdered by fucking spider bats or something? Who knows? I don't know. So you're gonna walk it again. Understand me? And the younger man's just like, all right, fine. Well, I'm pretty sure the spider bats thing was a rumor. It's like, it doesn't matter. There's a whole town missing a fucking factory. If that happens to us, what are we gonna do? We don't have any other options here, all right? You gonna move? You gonna move to Idolic with your impressive skill set? He's like, no, I'm not. Then get back out there and walk the route. Like, fine, all right, jeez. And the the younger guy, grabs his beer and like pounds it and just like, I'm leaving. And just kind of like makes his way out and just, fuck. I swear it's kids.
And then I just keep that to myself for now.
Bartender returns with 3 beers, each of which is a deep red color with so much foam. But the cups are also this big. Just like comes back with them, like drops 1, 2, 3. Sandwiches are on their way. Just give us another second. And I was gonna ask, why? Bristol's a small town. I understand passing through, but like, why? What brought you out here from Jondu?
Trying to catch up with some friends along the way.
Oh, social trips. It's valid.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally fair. That's fine. I'm just surprised because I hear a lot of good things about Jondu, and it surprises me that you'd be out in, the middle of the mountains, countryside. So it's
Well, sure. I mean, we heard a lot of bad things about here, so.
Like what?
Oh, you go there, you'll die. That kind of thing.
Oh yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's fair. I was afraid about like the hospitality. I was like, no, we're real.
No, absolutely not. I mean,
good. That's after a while, get used to all like the nightmare talk.
sure.
Yeah, just don't. You're staying here for the night, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll be fine. Don't go out into the woods.
Are there anything that we need to be aware of as we are traveling to Idolic?
I mean, not in the inn.
Well,
You mean like on the path? Like how are you guys traveling? I assume not the train that went through. That came through
we're
yesterday.
moving along the track.
Then I mean, what have you seen so far?
A flying bug the size of a train.
Okay.
Like a
Yeah.
like a caterpillar, like a giant caterpillar.
But was it like climbing through the treetops?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Okay, yeah.
You're not the first person to say it,
Oh.
but like that's one of those things where it's like, I mean, that's one of those like people call it like the crawler, but it doesn't. We don't. There's not enough sightings of that to know if it's an animal or like a one-off scary thing. I think Montgomery saw it once.
Montgomery?
He's the blacksmith in town. He was like out just for a walk one day and saw something that described that.
Wow.
It happens, you go out, you see something, you don't die and you say, I'm never going back here, and you leave.
And
Yeah.
Courier reaches into her pocket and pulls out a cog. Spins it across her fingers. Could I convince you to tell us a little more about the things that might be one-offs or creatures around here?
I look at the cog and I'm like,
It's like a copper from Jondu.
No, I figured it's money, but give me a persuasion check.
I figure I don't want to ask for free.
No,
That's rude.
That's. Did you beat a 6?
I did, but not by much.
Hey, talk's free. She's like, sure. Takes the cog, looks at it, is like, puts it into her bra. She's like, yeah. What do you want to know about it?
Well, we're moving along the tracks. We're going to be moving from city to city.
Sure.
So I'd like to know some of the dangers that we might encounter.
Well,
along our way.
Sweetgum's the next city, and it's not awfully far. But if you just travel, you were looking for like warnings. There is a cave. It's hard to exactly. It's about 2 leagues that direction. Northwest, going up the mountains. There's a cave at the top of one of the hills. Don't go into any caves in the mountains, but if you see this one, it's bigger than most. I would say it's about the size of a house, two-story house. It's real big. You see that. You'll see it's got like 3 stone like points in the front. They look like teeth, like bottom jaw teeth sticking up. Don't go in that one. Like more so than most. Okay? We had the previous bartender, the previous owner of this bar, was found outside of it. And we know that he was going looking for something, just kind of off exploring. He thought maybe there was, something of value, gems, anathracite, who knows, and something in there. We found half of him.
Oh,
Which half?
man.
The left half.
Oh,
That's an odd
Was he
That's-
left-handed?
right.
I don't know off the top of my head.
That's-
I was young,
Well, he's not
and you can
ambidextrous
see
anymore.
that was some time ago.
Mm.
But it's still there.
The half the body?
of him?
No, the cave. No,
we
sorry.
all three are like, what?
The cave. I'm sorry.
Just
The
sitting
cave.
there, no
this
one
was
died.
a long time ago that we found his body. I was a young woman then,
Yeah.
but the cave is still there. No, we buried him.
Oh, that's very respectable.
Just the half you.
But it was
Had a
we-
small grave.
well. I know.
Rachel can't wipe the grin.
It was that's one of those things where it's like, oh, that wasn't an animal, that was something else. Don't go in the cave.
Don't go in
And
the
then
cave.
while we're talking about case, she's gonna start drinking.
Yeah,
Chug.
big enormous
Yeah.
glasses.
Foam
Yeah.
all over my face.
All right, I like to see it, Colonel, and I'm going to grab mine and do the same.
For each of you, it's at least 2 beers, maybe 3 for Heidi. And she that's the main one. Y'all are coming from south, right? Did y'all see the blackened vein?
I've seen it.
You're familiar?
Mhm.
Okay, that river is fine.
Mhm.
Okay?
Yeah.
You can like fish in it and do whatever, and
Yeah.
it's fine. So the name is misleading. It's flipped up here. Okay, there's a river that looks really clean and looks like it'd be safe to wade through or whatever. We try to put up signs. So if you see any signs that say comfort swim, I didn't name it. Don't. It's a bad river. There's things in the river, and it's a wide one too. So if you come up to it, just go alongside till you find a bridge or a crosswalk.
Mhm.
All right, because those are my 2 big warnings. Don't go in the mouth cave, and don't cross the comfort swim because it's. Oh.
Is there runoff from Pullman Rock in it? Is that
No, it's not. You mean like chemicals? No, you don't get to the other side.
understood?
Yeah. Every now and then someone tries. Bye. That's the last of them.
So then you only find the top half.
No.
That was a joke.
I got it.
Yeah.
I actually knew the guy, the previous bartender, so it's a little.
I'm so sorry. For
Yeah,
that.
it's
sorry
not real.
about that.
But
Must be-
I'm gonna go get you guys your sandwiches. I'll be right back. She heads off.
We might have to tip her a lot of money. That was a little off-putting.
Yeah, it was a little
I'm
much.
so sorry. to tell you
It's
that.
my face, isn't it?
I think it might just be your humor. I get it. I understand your humor, but not everyone does.
Courier just starts drinking and
Yeah,
ignores
let's
the
go.
conversation.
Let's keep going.
Not the bartender, but you see there's a few other people working here. One is a young woman, clearly. You can decide if this is new to you guys. You see a young woman who has hair that initially looks like long braids, and then you realize it doesn't move when she turns her head. It is completely static. And as you walk up, it stops about shoulder level, so that, like, she can turn her head without hitting it. But you realize that they are carved as she comes closer out of stone. And her face, as she walks up to you all, also has a very like gravelly complexion, like carved from rock. And she walks up to all of you guys. I see that you have not finished your drinks, but here. And she gives you each another beer. She says, "This is from the gentleman at the other table." And you turn and see that furball man with the thick mustache and the long ponytail, who had ordered his subordinate to go do his runs. Just kind of like watching you guys to see your reaction. Specifically, his eyes on Tobi. Sorry, Maddie.
No. They know.
We call.
That's right.
Yeah,
We know-
that's my nickname.
We know that
Toby.
Toby is your cool nickname.
Exactly.
That,
Yeah.
your friends.
Yeah.
Cooler
call
name.
you.
It is. Yeah. That's what I've always said.
Yes.
So I look at him. I pick up the new beer, even though I haven't finished mine, and I drink it. I'm like,
You mean insight check?
19.
He is looking for an invitation to come over to the table. Your table.
Fucking loser.
In another life, we all bat our eyelashes, right?
Right.
What did you roll?
19. Well, I got a 17 plus.
He
2.
is looking for an invitation to come to your table. He is not looking at them. He is looking at the woman in the military long coat.
Thank you.
I am sizing him up.
Give me a perception check.
That would be a 21.
Oh, slay.
This is making up for all the natural ones I had last session.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So I'm looking over at this gentleman and I'm sizing him up.
The clothes that he has on are not impressive. They are the clothes of a worker. Probably a factory worker, honestly, given his attire, given the soot stains that you see from processing, probably. That's all stuff that is easily recognizable to someone from John Doe.
Do I recognize that?
Yeah, you would pick up on that
Okay.
too. Yeah, you especially. It's easy to identify the type of like pitch black dust and smears that comes from working with an anthracite. He has, however, made an effort to militarize his appearance. He is wearing long, tall boots that are not the type you would wear in a factory. They look like the type you wear going out into the wilderness. And he has tucked his trousers into them to ensure that they do not flap or snag or catch on anything. He has similarly tucked in his shirt, and you see he has his sleeves have been unrolled. You can see folds in the cuffs where he is accustomed to rolling them up and folding them. Instead, he has lengthened them out to provide more coverage for his body. He also, you see, has with a 21, has a knife tucked into his belt, tucked into his boot, not surreptitiously, but where it's easy access, and he's not going to be fumbling over it like it would be in his belt. And he has he has a long, what you see if that had been slightly later, you see a long, whitewashed wooden walking stick, or probably it's not. Walking sticks are a little natural looking a lot of times, especially you just grab one that fits and clean, polish it up. This is manufactured. It has been carved very straight, and you can see it has, among other things, it has a crook in the top, but not a naturally forming one, like a piece that was put specifically on it for some purpose. But what's specifically noticed is that cracks run through it and have been filled in with metal. He has a coat that is covered in leaves sewn to his coat. And you see he also, on top of that, has a scarf around his neck that doesn't look like, it looks like the type you can pull up over your face. So he's he has thought very carefully about how to disappear into the brush. And he also the look he's giving you all is not a happy one. It is a very serious look.
I invite him over. I'm like, and then as he's getting ready to get up, I kind of lean over to them and I'm like, he's probably gonna be with Cody, but probably not on the same length, maybe like hierarchy. He might be above Cody. And he sent someone else, and I just kind of tell you what. Yeah, we know. And then I like kind of stop talking when he like comes over.
When he comes up, I'm going to, because I'm assuming this is a round table, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to adjust my body position so I'm closer to him when he comes in. So I'm just going to, instead of being more guarded over Heidi, I'm going to shift almost to meet him before he gets to the table.
Mm. I see that, and I kind of just follow suit, and I'm just like, I raise up a little bit more. And I'm like,
good evening, ladies. Soldier.
sorry?
Pardon my interruption. It's pretty clear that you guys are not from around here. And by here, I do mean Godfell. I could not help but notice the coat of a sanguinister, and I was very curious about your business in town. I hope that it's not too intrusive, but given local news, are you here because of everything that's going on?
We are passing through, trying to catch up with some people that know about what's going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
Your destination is
Idolic.
Oh.
Mhm.
Do you think the Black and Greens are headed for Idolic?
I cannot say for certain, but I know that they definitely are just riddled in this area.
The Black and Greens are riddled? In
Not-
the woods?
I'm sorry. Bad choice of words. They are... I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. They are not riddled in the woods. They have been spotted in the town before. They
Right.
have been taken care of. So just know that they are diminishing in presence.
Are you saying that the forces that attacked Sunburst Falls are no longer a threat? Because that is enormous news.
I cannot say for certain, but the direct forces that did attack them are being taken care of.
Can I do an insight check on our dear
Yes,
old
but
friend?
first I want to know, are you trying to speak honestly?
I am trying to speak honestly, but like obviously I don't know. Like
So you are so
Yeah.
you're bluffing.
Oh.
You're not outright lying, you're
Yeah.
bluffing.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
fine. It's still a deception check.
Okay.
I just want to know where Tobi was coming from.
Okay, yeah, I'm like the
bluff
black
is still
and-
deception.
Okay,
Yeah.
the black. And
It's a
green
different
is
deception, but it's still a bluff.
17.
So yes, you can roll an insight check. And I'll be real honest with you, this isn't scary,
Mhm.
but it is important.
Okay.
All right.
Can I do insight too?
Sure.
Ooh,
Mm.
16.
What'd you roll?
I got 17.
Mine's a 7. I'm going to assume that all of the awkwardness is because of the nature of the conversation and trying to keep things passive
Mhm.
and calm and not scare the rest of the people.
That's
obviously what Toby's doing.
Of course, of course.
And
It's not
would
that I
we
don't
know
know
what
how
the
to
black and greens are that people keep talking about?
give me a history check.
Oh, yeah,
Also
you
going to
know.
do this as well.
Yeah, please.
I've been wondering.
Well,
No.
Hey, remember in your 5-page character sheet I had you guys fill out where I said, "What's your thoughts on the war?" and you said, "What war?"
hmm.
You rolled appropriately.
Awesome. So I think that's what I'm focused on while they're talking. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
And honestly, yeah, you know the name.
black and green.
Yeah, those are the bad guys in the Brushfire Wars.
Doesn't concern me.
That's about it.
Great.
It hasn't come to Spiral.
No.
So why worry about it yet? And that's what they thought in Sunburst Falls, too.
Wow.
And I was making dark jokes earlier. Okay.
You did it in character.
You did it as the world.
Your world is dark.
Yeah, it's the worst of times.
I'm delighted to hear that. That's honestly a huge weight off my shoulders. I was real concerned. I understand that that's unofficial. My name's Norris, and he goes Norris Sentry. My family, actually, my granddaddy was from Rhondo as well.
Yeah, got a little turned around though in the end, huh?
We changed it when we moved out here.
Sure.
Made a little more sense. So, but he was a soldier out in Rhondo, and so
Really?
when we moved out here, we flipped it. But a little bit of he was real big on instilling that mindset. So when we heard everything in Sunburst Falls, there was a lot of like, well, maybe he wasn't full of hot air that whole time. And
Are you leading this militia?
one of them. It's me, Jeffrey, and a couple others.
Yeah.
Corey.
Corey?
Mm-hmm.
Corey Green?
Yeah.
He is definitely not in charge. No. Did
yeah.
you meet Corey?
Of course we met.
Did
Corey.
you? Oh no.
Of
Did you
course
meet Corey?
We met Corey.
We introduced ourselves.
Yeah. Him and his axe.
Well, he doesn't have a lot of weaponry. He's a tailor.
It was very adorable.
I'll be honest with you. That was probably the worst thing you could have said to me, because I have been trying real hard to make him into at least some type of defense.
He tried.
He did sneak up on us.
Well, that's a
He
good
did
start.
surprise
He's getting a
us.
little better.
But he was outnumbered.
Yeah.
Also valid.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you for reassuring me. Corey's been trying real hard. It's just you don't go from making clothes to defending a small town against an actual military force overnight.
His disguise was convincing.
It was great.
Thank you. Corey's mom makes these coats.
Oh, she's amazing.
They're effective.
Can I just suggest maybe not putting Corey in the front lines, maybe someone more.
I mean, he's not. Which if y'all ran into Corey, y'all came not through the fastest way into town. Well, I mean, most of our forces are are towards the back up the mountain or at the train station.
Why at the train station?
Just in case. Look, I don't know what the Black and Greens have at their disposal, and so we don't know if they use the rails.
That's fair.
We've heard all sorts of things, so I wasn't gonna risk it. And so we've got people stationed there in case they've got, I don't know, their own trains, or if they came on the train. Who knows? Maybe after Sunburst Falls, they were like, wow, walking through these mountains sucks. There's a reason we've never had a military invasion, so the trains are the easiest way up and down.
Have I heard of anything of this ilk moving through the train stations? Being moved?
Define ilk. Like the Black and Greens?
Things that would infringe on my professional business.
On the railways?
Going through and up and down the railways, given the fact that I have looked into who's using them.
Sure, give me a history check.
Okay.
I don't know what you thought the roll was going to be.
I mean, it's fair. I just historically don't know shit. Okay, 13.
13?
Yeah, I'll take it.
The railway, the UAM, or sorry, the WUM railway.
The what?
The WUM, the Wrought Underwood and Maine railway system, railway line, commonly known as the Cogton line, goes has half of its route in Rhondo and half of its route in Godfell. Sure, there are people smuggling things on the train. There are people doing trade up and down the line, but there's not a lot of business for anyone who's the type of trade and business that you do in a major city, in Spiral, in Cogton, in Pulley, in Idolic. You're not doing in Bristol. And so you've heard, a couple of your colleagues,
Compatriots.
competitors,
Yes.
have used the train,
Mm-hmm.
but don't have a lot of need to use it regularly.
Fair enough. It sounds like this town could use a few more pieces of equipment to help you.
Are you talking defenses?
Yes.
I mean, not if what. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
I like you, so you can call me Tobi.
I didn't quite catch what Tobi here. Sorry, no. If what Tobi's here saying is right, we may not need any more defenses. I would hope, but it depends. Are you selling, or are you trading, or offering a gift? I don't know if you've seen Bristol, but we're not a wealthy town.
We're on particular business from Rhondo to set up a trade route that goes through to Idolic.
All right.
And if this is materials that you need, because war only progresses, it never really stops.
What a optimistic statement.
And I guess whether you need it or not just really depends on how much you trust the military and, what they have to tell you.
What are you... Are you talking like...
I lean back and I just drink my beer.
Are you talking swords and axes? Or are you talking... And he holds up the staff he's got. I know y'all in Jondu got some...
Very interesting. Defensible items, yes.
Right.
I want to know if I should be back. I have business that I need to attend to in Idolic, but I could return.
Persuasion check.
Can I roll an insight check?
Sure. What are you trying to... But what for what? What are you trying to determine?
If what they're saying is like how deceitful it is.
Do you want to know if they're lying, or are you trying to figure out what? Because they're pretty vague. Are you trying to be specific?
It's like, I guess I'm trying to you are being very fun.
No,
but like
that is a thing you can roll insight for.
Like specifics,
or what are you asking?
Like, what are they talking about?
Sure. Yeah. Roll.
I can help you read between the lines.
Yeah.
Okay. 16.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what'd you get?
13.
Okay. He says, I'll be real with you. Mm-hmm. It sounds like you're trying to set up a ongoing business relationship.
Yes.
And judging by where you're from and the way you're talking, I think it's a little rich for our blood.
You'd be surprised.
If you set up an Idolic and you come back through here, and you've got a suitcase full of boom, then I'll be happy to talk with you. But I don't want to mislead you into thinking it'd be a great idea to franchise in Bristol.
No, but if you're a stop on Pullman and Rot, you're a stop. That means that we can get goods to you. If you need additional food, medicines, materials.
Oh, I mean, we always need more medicine here.
Good.
What was your name?
Courier.
Norris.
Century.
Right. Yeah. All right.
And a genuine kind of like curly grin spreads across her face.
On a 16?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead. What
are you talking about? So, as you look over Courier's demeanor, there's a certain amount of things that are left in the spaces between the words, and you can definitely have this little voice in the back of your head that says, illegal goods. Maybe stuff that shouldn't be moved out of Jondu. Maybe these people need a little extra, and this is a great business opportunity. You can get the idea that this is a person who fully has the intent of moving goods, whether or not they should or shouldn't be moved. But The intent is to bring goods that they need.
Okay.
So there's not nefarious of trying to maybe scrape all their money out of this poor backwater town.
Mm-hmm.
It's you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Okay.
Courier. Because I know, and you know, that that's not a full name. And if you're coming back through town and someone's like, oh, there's a courier here from John Doe, who would I be waiting to hear from?
Courier caution.
All right. Well, if
But
you-
courier, I'm easily recognizable.
fair enough. Yeah, you come back through town. Thank you for the notice about the war. We'll
Good
talk.
business.
Yeah.
She'll slide over that extra beer to him now.
I do have a question for you. What would be the fastest way to get out of Bristol without taking the train? Which road? Because we came through maybe not the quickest route.
How'd y'all walk here?
Climbing cart.
Climbing wagon.
Whatever the commerce word is.
That's fair. Yeah, no, I follow you. I mean, I'll be honest with you, like, through Bristol, you can take the bridges, but once you're out of here, that wagon's gonna be your best bet. Are you following the train?
We are following the train.
Yeah, you follow the rails, this could be the fastest route. Pullman and Rot was you follow the rails, it's gonna be your fastest route. The rail station was WM was real clear about the fastest route between every necessary stop. So it's not. I mean, you if you aren't taking the train itself, at least follow those rails because that's the closest thing to as the crow flies.
I have one more question, actually.
Sure.
If we were
I'm
to
gone all night, I'm not going anywhere.
Perfect. If we were to try to catch up to the train in between here and Idolic, where do you think we would?
In a climbing wagon? Oh, I mean, it left yesterday.
I know, bummer.
I mean, if y'all wanted to get there in, like, I don't know if y'all could, it depends on how long it stops. The short answer is you're not gonna. But if you, it is not recommended, but if you took a boat.
A boat
On the
in
river?
what?
Yeah.
In what kind of waters?
Comfort swim.
Oh,
I didn't say it was recommended. Clearly, you have heard some things.
yeah.
The river will get you down. Not to die. The river will take you to persistence.
We heard that it won't take us anywhere.
Well,
We'll stop in the middle, probably.
so here's the thing about the comfort. If you try to cross to the other side of the comfort, you're not gonna.
Why?
No one knows.
So is persistence in between that middle
But
part?
if you take the comfort and follow the river and don't try to cross to the other bank on the other side, that's different. You can take the comfort. It's not an easy river, and you have to stay out of the center. Because if you at any point start to get into the middle, that's where people just. But if you stay in the shallows and follow the current, it'll take you to persistence.
How quickly?
If you leave first thing in the morning and you are operating under your own manpower as well as the current, you could make it to persistence in a couple days. It's an option. It is, I will reiterate, not recommended, but I mean, you're a sanguinister, so I have far more faith in your ability to navigate those waters than like my own.
Sanguinister, what's that?
I'll tell you later.
Oh.
So that's, I I would stock up on supplies.
Okay.
If you were going to take that route. But the comfort, it's not too far. Like, you can find, like, the closest bank is if you go straight up the mountain. You can, like, catch one of the deltas pretty easily, and just, if you get, again, you need a boat, but they got them for rent. So there's a dock. If you follow I can write you out a map, because you have to follow the bridges to get there.
I love maps.
I can easily give you a map.
Thank you.
You can take the bridges, because the dock's in Bristol. It's up one of the deltas that shoots off, and if you go upstream, you'll find the comfort, and then you gotta take the comfort along the banks. It's not easy. Again, it's not easy. Have you sailed before?
Courier turns to our new sanguinister and just says very, very flatly, I am no puller knack.
I have not sailed before. However,
I would hire a captain then.
Perfect. I thank you for all of this information.
It's my pleasure. If you go that route, stay out of the center.
Okay.
And if you come back this route, let me know.
Should we take the train line? Are there any concerns along the route that we should be aware of?
Not that I've heard of. Not yet. Like, it's just the normal stuff in the Duende Forest.
I would love an education.
If you take a climbing wagon through it, I think you'll get it.
How about a preview?
Well,
Maybe you want me to return, of course. So it is in your best interest to maybe help me understand the sort of things that I should be defending.
We're not from around here, and Heidi's eyes get so big and brown.
Persuasion checks.
Oh, that was amazing.
I'm not doing the big brown. I'm just accentuating it like a
In that case,
kids.
are you asking but relying on Heidi?
I'm doing a big sigh and patting her back.
You can roll with advantage, Heidi.
Yes.
I know this one.
Yes.
So what are we calling this move? This
That was
is called
The doe eyes.
Little Orphan Heidi.
Little Orphan Heidi. She's doing
wow.
the Little Orphan Heidi.
All right.
I do have a ward to look out for.
Right. All right. Look, if I were you, I would stay by the
Rougher pat.
I would stay by the rails, because it's the fastest route to take the wagon. If we had a catalog of what lives in these mountains, we'd have tourism all over the place, because it'd feel a lot safer. Or no one would ever fucking come here again, is the short answer. I would arm up. Do not go into the woods without food in your pockets. If you are being followed, do not turn back. If something is following you, I can't tell you what's in the woods, because we don't know. We see things.
When you say if you are being followed, do not turn back, that means do not look at
Do
this?
not look. Keep walking.
Oh. All right.
I would say don't run, but that depends on what's following you. Sometimes it's walking, sometimes it's run. But 9 times out of 10, if you look back, that's it. Do not go in without food. Keep food in your pockets, because that way, if it's hungry, you can always drop the food. And maybe that's what it wants. And not, I don't know, eyeballs.
And when does the general store open?
It should be open first thing in the morning.
Thank you.
Of course.
You probably just saved our life, sir.
Yeah. I hope.
I look over at Tobi and I wink.
in the interest of saving your life, all right, don't go into the woods without food in your pockets. You don't want to be empty-handed if it's hungry, whatever it is, okay? If you think something's following you, you don't look back. You walk straight into town, all right? If you do not leave, well, you live in here, okay? So we don't have to worry about that one. But don't leave your house with a light on, because you're inviting something in, okay? If there's no one there, you turn all the lights out, all right? And you got metal in your body?
In
Like a nail or a splint, surgery, or a coin you swallowed when you were young?
Thank God, out of character now.
All right, good, because you don't want to die with metal in your body.
Why?
So if you get a bad luck, you get buried. You won't go anywhere.
Oh.
You're anchored. So
Sure.
keep that in mind. That's not going to save your life, but it might save your afterlife. All right,
Sure.
that's one of them.
I drink again.
If you cut yourself, if you bleed, all right, you got to put sawdust on that. Don't drop blood in the woods and not cover it with some sawdust.
Oh.
All right.
It attracts things.
It attracts the harvestmen.
I just sit back and
That's
see.
a term.
Yeah, you don't want them after you.
Multiple.
The harvestmen, men plural.
I'm just like looking at their expressions to see what's catching and what's not, because obviously I've heard this.
Those are the big ones.
There's a mental running checklist of all the bullshit we're gonna take from the general store.
Unfortunately, that one's true, actually. Okay, yeah, Tobi actually has heard all of this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are the big ones. So, keep those in mind. And if you don't want to mess with these things, take a boat, go down the Comfort. But
It's not recommended.
it's not recommended. He grabs the other beer. He goes, I hope I see y'all again.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers. Takes a big swig. Goes back to his table.
And you, Sentry.
Hmm?
And you, Sentry.
That feels weird. He walks off.
Has our sandwiches come?
Oh, absolutely. I
Okay.
didn't interrupt you.
Okay, so I just like take the sandwich knife.
Oh,
and
Heidi's
start.
sandwich is gone.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
Did you take mine?
Yeah,
Imagine.
probably at least half.
Okay, I'm like,
bite.
By the time Courier gets to her, she looks at. There's a big chunk taken out. Growing ward.
It's easy to pay for a room for the night. You can go ahead and mark that off.
Well, our
how-
military buddy's going to pay for it.
I didn't say who had to mark it off.
fine. I can.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're so
My
welcome.
eyes
Don't even.
get pretty big.
Oh my god, a little orphan Heidi. You're so adorable.
Thanks, I know.
So okay, so that's minus 15 coppers, so that's
It's still It's still 50 and a quarter.
50 and a quarter, and a quarter, 4 quarters and 1 note. So
Bless knowledge.
yeah.
Nala's our math girl at the table.
Yeah.
Oh, love
Why
that.
do you think I suggested?
Oh, okay. That's fair. So
Yeah, also
I'm
because you have an 8 count money system.
35 coppers. 35 coppers. 3 quarters.
Begging
And
you to use your character sheet.
huh?
I'm begging you to use your character
At
sheet.
this point, no. No, respectfully, no. And then I am at 3 notes. How many notes did I have? No. What am I saying? I had,
Do you want to say all this shit out loud?
nope.
Okay.
This is in my brain, but
Be honest with you. Yeah, I think so, but you'd
Okay.
have to go back and check
no,
the screen.
I think I'm right. Oh, I'm sorry.
Military. Am I right?
Can you just put like
Saying
little like
ministers.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
They don't. The audience doesn't have to keep track of your money.
You know what? What if they want to? I'm being
Trust me,
courteous.
if they want to, they're doing it. You don't have to tell them. The people who are like stats are already doing it.
Oh, that's fair.
And they're gonna correct you on Twitter.
Oh, you know what? That's fair.
Twitter doesn't exist anymore.
Excellent.
They'll correct you in weird notes sent via crow in a mountain. You all can easily get a night's rest. You actually can get a night's rest. Unless there's something you need to do.
There was something I really want to do.
Go ahead.
Okay, I just want to stay up maybe for an hour.
In the bar or in your room? I'm more asking, are you it's not that big a deal. Are you looking for privacy or are you just staying up?
Well, I was like, do I want to like listen to more people just chit chat?
Did you guys each get a room?
I'm assuming that we shared a room. Well, I guess we're 15. Yeah, it would have been 3 individual rooms then.
Okay.
Do you want to share a room?
Do you two split a room? Was my question.
Well, I think that Tobi is offered to pay, so yeah, we should take her own.
No, I'm gonna be up in my room.
Okay.
Just before we leave the bar, I really want to just go over to that guy playing the piano really badly and just like shake his hand and be like, wow, beautiful job. And I don't think that like Tobi quite can see that, it's crowded, but like a beautiful bouquet just appears on top of the piano. And I'm like, it's beautiful.
Appears?
I want to see.
How?
Well, it might be a little hard to see, but there would be some...
Like, does it grow?
I think in a way, like black, almost like black mold sort of appears atop the piano. I might have like touched it with my hand and you might have seen some of the similar black sort of creeping up my veins and then,
and then from the black mold, little blossoms that just...
I can't see it. What if I want to see it?
He just... Give me a stealth check.
Can I see it?
Perception.
I do? Yeah.
I'm already upstairs.
Valid. Also fair.
18.
Damn. Damn.
I'm afraid that you're too busy doing whatever you're doing.
Fine.
Or possibly have already gone up to your room at this point.
Just be in my room.
The old man turns to you and goes, "That's my kind of you. I've been practicing my whole life."
I can tell.
Oh, someone left flowers.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
And then I'm going to go upstairs.
What's up? What's blocking the tracks?
And you look and you can see like a stack of what looks like dead livestock has been piled up on the train.
Oh
no. Yeah, we're not really sure, but it's safer for everyone. And you can see a few various train personnel have gotten off. They are standing around, kind of like examining it, trying to figure out, it looks like, assess the situation.
Do they look poisoned?
The animals?
Livestock? Yeah.
Like
Give me
full
a
body?
nature check.
Yeah.
Are they full
Are they like
bodies?
gourd or?
Give me perceptions. With disadvantage if you're poisoned.
Okay, I got 3.
3
I got a 16 on the die.
for perception. Okay.
7.
I got a 2, so I didn't even. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Taking a nap.
Oh, you know what? Okay, Uncle Moby. It's if it's, you got a 3, you said? Poisoned, probably not, because you see blood. But there are poisonous things that still cause you to bleed. But it's definitely looks like however they died. not necessarily, like, they were animals that were full on killed and dragged, because you can see tracks on the grass where they were pulled up and stacked on the train tracks.
Were they pulled from the forest side or the town side?
Town side. Blood trails and just like parts where the grass and the weeds have been broken as they were dragged up here.
Conductor man, I don't know.
Just like up top, like leaning out of the locomotive.
Are there people in town that would have done this? Or
I mean, I don't know many people from Sweetgum, but I would say probably not. No, this is a little weird situation. We're gonna, you don't have to worry about it. We're gonna get this cleared up as soon as we can. We're gonna start moving them off real fast because we gotta keep moving. We got a schedule to keep.
Okay.
Timetable.
Do I see anyone peering in? I know I gotta make a perception check if I'm doing this with a disadvantage, but peering like behind a house or behind a tree or something like that.
Looking for anybody.
Yeah. Anyone else looking?
Because
I'll allow you guys to help each other. This isn't a super urgent thing.
Yeah.
That's fine. You don't have to.
I will roll with disadvantage.
Go for it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cocked.
That's cocked.
Yeah.
You found the one part
Yeah,
of the
I know.
table with a divot.
Oh, never mind.
Yep.
I don't see anything. A natural one with yeah, it's a natural one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of like looked through the like the fog's pretty thick, so it's not hard to get.
No one's watching you.
And you're don't take my lines. Now I have to change what I was gonna say,
I'm sorry,
Gracie.
it was a good callback.
It was a good callback.
As far as you can see, the town is empty, though the fog makes it difficult to see any further than 40, 50 feet. And so between the fog and the trees and the houses and buildings that are built around the train tracks for easy access, you start to realize that like people could be hiding in this town, holed up for who knows how long, and you might never see them.
I'm gonna head in the direction of where looks like the animals were pulled from.
Into
I'm gonna pull you back.
River.
You won't even as soon as you get to the tracks, because you have to cross the tracks. Two officials like, excuse me, no, you cannot come this way. You will have to stay on the train until we have gotten everything cleared up. This is a dangerous situation potentially, because this is very unnatural, and just for your safety, because VUM because WUM cannot be held responsible for any liabilities or harm that comes to you.
I walked backwards
Okay.
towards the back of the train. I'm going to try and cross the train further back.
I'm following.
Wait, where's everyone going?
Why are we?
Yeah, what's
As soon as I get to a point where I can cross to the other
River?
side
Where
of
are
the
you
train.
going?
River.
Figure something out. Let's go.
You
Come
don't
on.
have to figure
River.
anything out.
Yeah, we do. Come on.
No, you don't.
River.
This isn't our problem.
I've crossed the train. I'm heading
Yeah.
towards the town.
Oh, jumped the vestibule between two cars, and trailing everyone behind you. Uncle Moby is last, just like.
No, Uncle Moby's in front of me. I'm keeping.
Okay.
Yeah, my eyes are on
Almost last.
Uncle Moby.
Got it. Okay, into well, then you're gonna have to head into town.
Yes.
So,
River.
I'm pretty confident they'll follow me.
where are
so
you going?
River.
I want to do two things. I want to see if I can look into one of the closest homes,
Easy.
and I want to try and head in the direction of where I think the livestock were pulled from.
It's not hard to follow a trail
Yeah,
of blood and
gross,
broken, lawn. But the first house you come across, you peer in. It's dark inside, but give me a perception check.
Natural 20.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
Doesn't like
the
that.
only person that isn't poisoned.
What?
River, it's easy to peer through large windows that no one has bothered to close the blinds on, although with the fog and the trees. The sunlight's not great, so peering into an otherwise darkened room is not the easiest task. There's no sign of people walking around. The room seems fairly empty. I am guessing, even though you've only really been conscious for a few days, that you can still identify a spray of blood on what looks like the front door.
On the inside? I don't see any body hairs or anything, just...
With a natural 20, spray may have been the wrong word. Splatter. And it's tricky to get a good angle. So what you can really see from where you're at is more a large splat of blood on the front door, followed by a bloody handprint on what looks like a table, more blood on a chair, blood on a lampshade, and blood on a wall going up a flight of stairs.
River, what is it?
Hello, worsties! Welcome to the Worst of Times YouTube channel. If you're watching this, you're already on the YouTube channel, but you're not on our Twitch channel, which means that you're missing all the opportunities to ask us, the creators, your burning questions. I keep gesturing below the camera frame. Because of this, and we want to talk to you, and we want to hear from you, we are doing a special after show AMA next Tuesday, November 26th at 7 p.m. Pacific Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on our channel, twitch.tv/TheWorstOfTimes, where you can come bring all your burning questions about the characters, or the setting, or the game, or the roleplay, or Dakota Rigby, and we will answer them for you. And if you can't make it, you are more than welcome to insert them in the chat, gotta get in frame, in the chat below, or comments below, and we will answer them for you there as best as we can, and on the video for anyone who ever manages to join us live. We love you all. Thank you for supporting our show. Thank you for joining us. Survive.